why did you decide to come to Mumbai and become a makeup and hair artist? Why not anything else?
Interesting. And so I, as I said, that after second semester, I've realized that, now I have to, achieve my purposes, and I cannot be in the field I am right now on that point, because um, at that point of time, I was supposed to be a professor or a scientist.
Okay.
I was studying applied geography, जहाँ पे I had the special paper of urban geography जिसमें remote sensing and map making भी था. तो I was supposed to be a professor or a scientist if bigger dreams. But then somewhere I've realized that no matter who I become, no matter how big professor or scientist I become, if I can't live my authentic self, this life is not gonna be worth. And I don't know if I'm gonna have a rebirth or not. I don't know if I'm gonna have another chance to live as a female. I'll have to make this life, whatever is in my hand, is I'll have to make this worthy. So I'm like, what options do I have? What can I do other than this? If not this, then what else I can do? I have discovered that okay, I can dance. मैं ये सोचती थी कि डांस मेरे रग रग में है, because मैं बचपन से इतना डांस करती हूँ. I like everywhere, anytime I can dance. So I was like, yeah, dance is a good option. So I've went through the videos on YouTube. So I really like Terence Lewis ka dance style. So I searched Terence Lewis ka dance academy, and I read all those, and then I got the contact number, and I called them, and he's like 3 lakhs is the fees, and 3 years ka duration hai course ka, and then I'll become a dancer. And then I asked them like, what are the career opportunities? So he's like, you can be a dance choreographer or a dancer, like background dancer or something. So I've researched about that as well. And you can't imagine that time. I'm like just a little boy coming from a village. I can't even speak Hindi properly. English to dur ki baat hai. And I'm talking to them like literally when they pick up the call, I used to shiver. Like my whole body used to shake. And then I would still, that's how I think that's where my breaking boundaries has started. That is kind of a breaking boundaries. So then I'm like, I was calculating by myself, like if I need to go through the transition, it's gonna be very difficult, because 3 years I'll be wasting there, and then this much of money I cannot afford. So I was watching an interview of Terence Lewis. Just below that, I saw a video of a makeup artist, a very renowned makeup artist of Bollywood. So her interview was there. So I watched that video, and then after watching the video, I'm like, oh, makeup is something which I can do. And since childhood I used to do my sister's makeup. Like we used to have this powder, face powder, and a lipstick. With the lipstick, I would do the eyeshadow, I would do the blush and everything. So it's like, oh, makeup is something which I can do. And I always have this artistic side of me, which I've never had a chance to explore. Because I used to tell my father that please mujhe koi art school mein bharti kara do, but he would never do that, because of course we come from a background where we just tend to chase the basic needs, and that's something very extra. So I was like, yeah, that's what I can do. But now, I mean, I was like, if I say this to my father or my family, it's gonna be for them, I don't know, it's gonna be an atom bomb. So I'm like, okay. But first I contacted them. I called them, and they're like, हाँ एक batch चालू होने वाला है 3 महीने बाद से. And that time exactly, I think 30th 30 जुलाई मेरा एग्ज़ाम ख़त्म होने वाला था, एंड 9th of August से ये चालू होने वाला था. So I was like, okay, that's perfect. It fits very perfectly. So somehow I went to my sister, and then again I made her the Zaria. So I told her, and she's like, yeah, yeah, that's perfect, because she knows my talent.
Right.
She's like, yeah, you can do it. So चलो मिलके पापा से बात किया जाए. And then I told my father. So हमारे वहाँ पे क्या होता है, because government jobs are very difficult to get.
Right.
What we do, even though I'm eligible for professor, for an option we do B.Ed, which
Right.
is for school teacher.
Right.
For that we needed like 1 or 1.5 lakhs. So I went to my father and like, Papa, the money you were supposed to give for that, what if I do some other course with that as an option only? I'm not saying that I'm gonna do it, but it's just as an option. Like teacher बनने का भी that also you're giving for an option only ना. So give me an option. Because I feel that I just played it smartly. I feel that वहाँ पे ना employment मिलने का chance बहुत ज़्यादा है. And since he also knows that, you know, I'm a little artistic, but he, yeah, of course, he had the doubt and all. So he's like, no, पहले भैया से बात करना पड़ेगा. And then, of course, I had to manao them a lot. But I think 2-3 दिन बाद, they were like, okay, as an option, we can see it. But तुझे 1 साल दे रहे हैं हम. 1 साल के अंदर if you can't make a career out of it, then you have to come back and study for WBCS,
Right.
which is like civil service in West Bengal. तो I was like, ठीक है, that perfect. तो फिर I spoke to my Jiju also. Jiju helped me a lot, because at that point of time nobody from my family ever went like out of the state. So my Jiju is a police officer.
Okay.
He had some idea, he traveled a lot, so he had some idea. So I told him that, you know, you will have to help me to, you know, get through this. So then they agreed. Then I came to Bombay, and that academy kind of ditched me, because the teacher went out of India for some shoot, and you know, the batch got delayed, and it got delayed by 2 months.
Okay.
So for 2 months I was in Bombay, a person who cannot speak English or Hindi, a person who is completely new to the city, a person who does not know anyone in this city. I was staying Vilepale West Station के पास. I'm like, where I am, the whole culture, it was like a foreign country to me. The whole culture is different, language is different, food is different. You know, I don't have anyone to talk to. And before coming to Mumbai, since I had this transition thing planned in my head, so I kind of cut off with all my friends. I changed my number. So it was like a whole, you know, completely my world changed. So I was like, thankfully I knew to use Google Map, because I used to do map making there.
Right.
That has helped me a lot. So यहाँ पे आके I started searching on Google, and, you know, following Google Maps, I started going to places, and that too buses लेके. यहाँ पे आके I had no idea. I could not read the number of buses, because मैंने हिंदी तो नहीं पढ़ा. So मैंने buses लेके almost like 5-6 you know, makeup academy में I traveled, I visited, and then finally I found you. Simone was that time. Yeah, I spoke to her, and then finally I found, and I was like, हाँ, ये मेरे घर के पास भी है, where I was staying that time. So पास भी है, and it was affordable, it was nice. The way she attended me was very nice. And I never had a plan to learn hair. I was like, always I wanted to learn only makeup. So but here, जिस पैसों से मैं वहाँ पे सिर्फ मेकअप सीख रही थी, उसी पैसों से यहाँ पे हेयर एंड मेकअप दोनों हो रहा था. I was like, okay, that's a bonus point for me. So then I took admission, and then, you know, then just it just went on going, and just like right after finishing the course, I think I got a job. And I think makeup was like really very important stepping stone for me. Like it really, you know, secured me from going back to my home place, and it helped me throughout my transition as well, and like financially, everything I have done by myself, and makeup has helped me a lot, and I really feel grateful to you and the whole academy for that.
So good to good to hear. I mean, so many things today I'm getting to know about us, and about your struggle after coming to Mumbai. I didn't know about all of this.